President's expectations for the substance of the meeting tomorrow? He's got a very hardened position, as you have articulated. Speaker McCarthy has as well. Do you expect that there will be some form of trying to move the ball? And will the American people have a chance to see any of this through our presence, the pool, or the president being willing to take questions about the meeting or anything like that?
So look, there's going to be a pool spray at the top for all of you, and so clearly you will be able to catch her at the top. The meeting, it's going to be in the Oval Office, so I can share all of that with all of you, and it'll be at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So you have that information of the when, where, what, and why. The president, we've been very clear, and he's going to make it clear. It's Congress's constitutional duty to act, to prevent default. That's what the president's going to be very clear about. And that's what we hope. That's what we hope comes out of this, is that Speaker McCarthy does the right thing, something that he did three times in the last administration. Being present
in a room together, is there an expectation that that simple act of coming together and being in the Oval Office will somehow move the ball? Because what you're talking about is the same position the president has held for a while, and McCarthy has too. So do you have an expectation of movement?
I want to step back for a second, and I really appreciate the question, but let's look at this for the American people who are trying to figure out, who may not know what is it that we're talking about. So let's look at it through the American family's eyes for a second. If you buy a car, you are expected to pay the monthly payments. If you buy a home, you are expected to pay the mortgage every month. That is the expectation. That is the spending that you put forth, or spending that you may have done before, and now you're paying it every month. If you do not pay your car payment, if you do not pay your mortgage payment, then your credit is going to be bad. It's going to hurt your credit. So let's look at Congress for a second. This is spending that they've already done. They've already spent. Let's not forget the $2 trillion Trump tax cuts that they were willing and happy to vote for. So we're telling them, or saying to them, do your job. Pay for something that you've already spent on. That's it. This is spending that has already occurred. They need to do the right thing that has been done 78 times since 1960. It's that simple. It is very, very simple. It is the right thing to do. It is their constitutional duty. It is not complicated at all. And so the question is really to Speaker McCarthy, why did you bring us here? Why are you manufacturing a crisis that should not exist? That is the question for him to answer. Okay.
Do you expect the president to arrive at this meeting tomorrow with any proposals other than a clean debt limit increase?
The president's going to be as clear as he's been these last several months, as clear as I've been, as clear as other administration has been, members of the administration has been, which is they need to do their job. They need to get this done on behalf of the American people and do their jobs.
And does he think that he can successfully convince Kevin McCarthy to change his position in this meeting?
Well, they're going to have a conversation. The president's going to make himself very clear, as he's done for several months now, since almost the beginning of this year. And he's going to be really clear about it. Look, they'll also discuss a separate process for budget and appropriations. Remember, that's regular order. That is the way that we're supposed to be doing this, having a negotiation on budget, not connecting it to the debt ceiling. That's not what we're supposed to be doing here. So, the president has laid out a plan to grow the economy and cut the deficit by $3 trillion over a decade. He's actually put forth a plan that shows how he's going to cut spending. That's what he has done. Not tied it to the debt limit, as Speaker McCarthy and House Republicans have done.